Do you like them? I picked these up at Walgreens because I had to pick up some batteries for my candles that you're going to see here in a minute. So, happy holidays, everyone. All right. But I am going to just kind of go like this and point down towards the cards and the candles today. Okay. Make sure my volume is good here. All right. Move my glass out of the way. All right, what are we going to get into today? Shall we go? Right? If we can. Yeah, I'm just going to start out with the romance angels. I feel like that's what we need to be doing here today. So this may be turn into a love reading, okay? For, kind of the upcoming weekend type thing. I had some fun today with one of my friends. We went and saw a hockey game, and the home team won. It was almost painful to watch the other team after a while, Hockey's not supposed to be that high scoring of a game, but it was like 6-0 was the final, which is like, to me, astounding. So it was a very exciting game in terms of seeing some goals and things like that. So, what do the romance angels have to say today? Let your friends help you. Okay, yeah. Maybe you are going to be getting together with friends at some point in time over the holidays, and that's going to help get you out of your shell, get you out of your routine so you can be ready to meet the right person. Yeah, ask for and accept support from others. You may also be getting a gift from somebody that maybe you weren't expecting, okay? um, yeah. Some people give it other times of the year too, right? So sometimes at Christmas it just seems like, especially if you don't happen to, you know what I mean, have thought of getting that person something, but like don't worry about it. That's part of the season of giving is because people want to give to others. Okay. But yeah, don't get yourself overbought where you're giving and with the expectation that somebody is going to give back, right? Because then you're gonna get yourself in a little bit of a pickle there. Okay. Attraction, and I'm just saying that collective because not everybody is like you. Okay, not everybody appreciates the same thing, not everybody attracts the same way you do. Does everyone stop and smell the roses? Is that something that you like to do? Are you a friend of the plant kingdom, as it were? You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So yeah. So you could be somewhere where maybe you get into a garden or something, or maybe you're at somebody's house and you're admiring their plants or something, and then you get into this conversation with somebody. Okay. Love yourself first. Your self respect makes you more romantically attractive. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, collective, maybe this is something where you love gardens, things like that. Well, if you weren't around admiring this person's plants in their home, maybe you're not going to bump into this person. If you're just like worried and anxious about this upcoming social, you know what I mean? Then that is going to kind of stall. So I feel like that's coming through as a warning here, where it says your self respect makes you more romantically attractive. So go forth with confidence, I feel like is the message. So many of you may have, said, 2024, I did this. Now you're starting to think about like how you want to, be in 2025. And, it's true, we want to attract things into our lives, right, that make us well and make us feel whole. Okay, stay optimistic again about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Some of you may benefit from some positive affirmations. Say, I am willing to let love come into my life, right? I am ready for a romantic relationship. I am, whatever, okay? So, whatever it is that you want to manifest, start thinking about that now. So, when the new moon comes around and all this holiday hubbub is over, you can like dig back in maybe into, your routines with a fresh perspective, okay, of how you are going to approach it for the next season of your life, right? Okay. We are going to do the Lovers Oracle, but I want to. Yeah, I guess we're gonna pull this first. Let me take a sip. I was chatting a bit today at the game and over lunch and stuff, so. Yeah, it was so loud in that arena too. Like the excitement was real. The excitement was palpable. So I feel like collective, as you attract in the right type of person or persons, okay? Yeah, it's like that excitement level is like going to naturally rise up, and it's just going to make going through life easier, right? Because you could be like, what do you mean stay optimistic? Like, maybe you're single at the holidays and nobody else in your family is, and you're just like, ugh, here's another holiday and blah blah blah, whatever it is. That doesn't mean there's not something for you. It may just not look exactly like, your brother, your sister, your parents, your cousins, your whoever's life it is that you see, right? And often only a tiny slice of, let's face it. Anyway, so, don't be like so don't let the excitement of meeting somebody new like overpower you into this thought of like, oh, this is going to be that's going to put me on par with all these other people. Like that's okay, there's a little something off in that manifestation, okay? You might want all right, so let's see what the Lover's Oracle has to say, because I feel like that's something that's kind of coming through here. All right, so collective, you may be sounding the horn, you may be, ringing the bell when it comes to, how fast things proceed, okay, with this person, or obviously somebody who is trying to come back in, right? There's always that possibility. I don't know if Mercury retrograde is over yet. I feel like it was for quite a while this time. Like don't get caught up in the Hallmark movie moment, right? Like, and then remember, come January, right? You have to go back to your real life. You're not on the Bachelor dating TV show anymore. You're not on, you're not on the game show anymore, all right? There's things that you have to do day in and day out, and can you live with yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, we all know, even sometimes in the best relationships, we can feel lonely. And in the worst relationships, we very, very much feel lonely, and more alone than if we were alone to begin with. All right. Okay. So, yeah, let's continue here in this Lover's Oracle. What does the collective need to know? So some of you collective may be spending more time with your friends, you know what I mean? Kind of getting some support too, especially if this situation is coming up for you. All right. I am the man. Yeah. Somebody wants to come around and say, it's me, right? Well, what we heard at the arena today? Hey, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me, right? When they got in the penalty box. Okay. So, you could be asking your friends to kind of like, look, can you, you know, kind of give me a perspective here, because this person is very strong in what they're saying, but collective, I feel like, you're number one, you're not one just to be swayed, but number two, you realize maybe that the people that get caught up in the Hallmark movie, it's like, now wait a second, maybe before this gets too far, right? You might want to have that balance check, or that sanity check with somebody that you trust, okay? I'm not saying, post it on Facebook and then ask the advice of, 500 people. No, I'm not saying it that way. So, letting your friends help you kind of sort through the truth from the fiction. You know what I mean? Obviously, ultimately, it's your understanding and discernment, right? Because your friend could say something and you're just like, no, that doesn't seem like this person, or well, maybe there is a point to that. You know what I mean? I don't know what the answer to that is for you in this situation. Okay. Painful memories. Yeah. Um, So you're trying to attract in romantic love. This person's working through painful memories of maybe when you were in the moment, and being attracted to them, loving them, and now it's in the past, right? Because you did decide to love yourself first, okay, versus just it being like revolving around one person, right? Being like, well, I'm, or I'm the woman in the relationship, therefore blah blah blah, or I'm the man, therefore blah blah blah. you know like, the teeter totter has two sides, all right? The menorah, okay, that you use at Hanukkah, there's a candle in the middle, but then there's even amount of candles on either side. All right? And it's not that you're standing in opposition to each other, right? It's like you're holding as one, okay? Um yeah, and I feel like this person is thinking about that that could have, possibly been them. I'm not saying it could have, because obviously a million other things could have happened collective, right? Um, but yeah, it seems like they're still sorting things out. Okay. So, your friends could be like, look, well, maybe you have been attracting toxic relationships. Again, get back to the things that you enjoy doing, right? And that should help, right? Attract in the right things, right? Um, but obviously don't make it only about that person. Some people, it's like they I'm not saying you can't, never talk to anybody again once you find your person or whatever. Some people, they can handle that, but most people need some kind of um outside, you can't it's codependent, okay, to make your entire worlds of one other single person, right? And not have any like hobbies or anything like that. What does this card say? Will you leave me like the others? Yeah, okay, so codependency. So yeah, this person could be worried that you don't love them enough, right? If they mess up, are you gonna, you know what I mean? But it's like, well, why are you in separation now? Right? Um, this could be a new person also who has had some past issues and they're worried about, you know. Um, but collective, you still have to say, well, I can't compromise myself because you're still working through painful memories, right? So, okay. Why do I deserve someone like you? Yeah, this person doesn't feel very worthy at the moment. That could be why you're, um, you know, not attracting each other at this moment. I'll say it that way. Yeah, I feel like collective, you've done a lot of healing because you are in the more. I just feel like some of you are feeling very vulnerable right now. And that's why this, let your friends help you kind of thing. And for some of you, you might need to end up blocking this person. I don't know the extent, right? But if somebody's just gonna come in and be trying to boss you around and this and that, and it's like, oh god, here we go again, right? You're just like, no, right? Um, you understand that that's no longer a path that you can choose, um, without going back on what you've already learned. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. Anyway, for some of you, I feel like this is a situation where you may have separated. You may have gone separate ways, blah, blah, blah. But there is still, you feel like you should be with this person. Okay. And I feel like this person also feels that way because they have yet to have a successful relationship as well. Okay. Um, and it's like they're replaying it, right? Through these painful memories here. Okay. But they don't really want to get into it, right? Because they're not healed about it. They just want to say, woof woof, listen to me, right? Like a damn barking dog. Okay. You know, um but yeah, it's kind of hiding this here, collective, this their vulnerability, right? Whereas you feel vulnerable because you don't want to go, you're finally, executing those boundaries, right? Okay, let's get into some tarot, and I am going to use um the Spirit Halloween deck because it's like very much like kind of a karmic deck. I'm just saying, like, it's very much in the opposite energy, okay, of what may be happening currently. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the tarot on this because I feel like we're very connected right now to um what this person is thinking, and I want to get kind of what's going on in their situation, and then I'll come back with some clarification in the tarot and kind of go back and clarify the beginning message here that started with you. So just FYI, if you're watching this on a replay, okay, and just want to like skip through this part, some people will get, it might be stuff that you already know, you get tired of hearing the same story. I get it. Trust me. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like the messages are like, okay, who is this coming from? But yeah, anyway. Okay. Yeah, I feel like collective, this person is just very my way or the highway type. I mean, why is that? I don't want it to come out in reverse. 10 of Cups. Yeah, it's because they feel like they lost you maybe by doing this, bossy stuff, like thinking they could just push you around, you know? And now they're ticked about it. Well, I guess I would be too if you had, the what you really wanted and then you were like acted like a butthead, right? And then how easily the tables turn. Okay. So, collective, you don't want to have to rehash this story again and again and again to every new batch of friends you have, or some of the ones that might still stick around, right? Because we're all, we're all trying to learn from our own karmic mistakes and toxic behaviors, right? Okay. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, not quite there yet, and not there without you, is kind of what this person is saying here, because they're having regret being without you. Now, the attraction up here, I feel like this person is potentially trying to draw your attention. Okay. It could be through some kind of small gift or something. I just don't know, collective, for some of you, if you're going to be open to receiving anything from this person, right? Because you may be like, look, in the past, I'm the one who's had to do this or that, and you're like, no, this time I'm doing it this way, so that's kind of why the shaman is coming out too. It's like this person is trying to have to figure things out that they haven't had to figure out before, right? And whatever. Yeah. So I feel like you're attracting better things right now. Okay. So you might hear about this person kind of going through something. They could even want advice on, like, do you think I should see a counselor? Do you think, and you just have to say, if you think that's best for you, maybe you should. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it is. Some people talk to their church personnel, some people, you know what I mean? It just kind of depends on your situation. Anyway. Five of Cups, Mermaid. Okay, so you're in the moment, trying to enjoy the moment, and this person is like, he's like bringing up all the stuff, and you're just like, I'm trying to lay on this rock in my mermaid swim tail here and just relax. Right. This is, yeah, it's just, even if this person was with you, collective, I feel like they would drive you crazy with questions of like, are you thinking of somebody else? Are you texting somebody else right now? Blah, blah, blah. Like all these things, and you're not in that zone whatsoever. Yeah, the star here on the underside. Uh-huh. Aquarius, yeah, you don't think Aquarius can do their own thing? Okay, right? Yeah, like, right. Hello, McFly, hello. All right. I mean, you could be sitting there watching a movie for all I know. You know what I mean? Um, let's see here. I'm gonna get some clarification on this deck. Yeah, that'll be a time. Thank you for joining today. If you have not yet liked the channel or the video, please do. Your support means more downloads directly to you, this collective. But remember, not every message is for you. So, I would say if it doesn't fit, you must have quit. But anyway, yeah. What was it the other day? But yeah, if it looks like a duck and it acts like a duck and it talks like a duck, you know, especially the quack part. All right. There are signs, but some things are what they are. Okay. I'm just saying. So again, the Hallmark movie, some people will get, a sign, I saw, I saw a sign, I saw a sign. Okay. Well, be careful what you're doing based upon that entire sign. All right? Like, if you're thinking like you need to drastically change your life cuz such and such happened to you, you know, you may want to take like a couple minutes to think about it. Okay? Just saying. Right? Because not everything, just because you saw something doesn't mean that that's an automatic yes. All right, it could be a signal as well. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, learning the interpretation of the signs specific to your situation is going to be coming in handy. There's two fives here as well, and then we have the 10. So 55 and 5, 5 and 10. Okay, anyway, 5, 10, and 20. That may be significant to somebody out there, right? The 5 of Pentacles again. Yeah, so regardless of what you're doing, this person's feeling left out. You could be with friends, you could be with family, you could be sitting at home picking your belly button. I have no idea what you do in your spare time, right? But yeah, this person might be feeling left out. You could be, kind of doing things that are a little bit more, not relationship based right now, not romantic based right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like you could be putting work into your community. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that you're just kind of like, I don't have time for whatever you think this is. Now, right? 9 of swords here. Yeah, this it's like they have anxiety. They're like they see you attracting in good things, and then this is like, is this going to be another painful memory for them, right? So again, that's why they may be, jumping around trying to get your attention in some sort of fashion. Okay. But right now I feel like they're coming up with nothing, like in terms of ideas. It's just stressing them out. Okay, is what I'm getting. Next card, please. The 7 of Wands. Yeah. Whoever talks to this person could be very defensive. Yeah. And again, you could be defensive too because you're like, look, I'm trying to relax over here. Like, even, this just the expectations that they might be putting on you at the upfront might be a little bit much collective, right? So, if you stay in this loving yourself first, okay. Here's the thing, she's sitting here on this rock with the waves splashing around her. It's like the waves keep coming back, right? Um, I feel like, potentially this person's fear may dissipate, but it is a very, very strong, like they don't even want to face you. They're probably stalking you right now, Page of Swords, like, because they are really nervous about it. Okay. Um, but yeah, I don't see you, giving into those boundaries, right, that you've since placed, right? So some of this Seven of Wands could be you as well. Where it's like, look, this is just, you could just say to this person, like, this is part of my daily routine now. This is whatever it is, you know? Yeah. Well, right at 30 minutes here, so 30. Say hindsight's 2020. And anyway. So, collective, hopefully you found this read informative. It was kind of surprising myself. And like the video or subscribe to the channel. And until next time, please do manifest wisely. Bye bye.